Previously on Dobie Masters. Last time we took Onyx out for a leashed walk in the real world for the first time and introduced something that changes everything with Dobermans. The difference between a focused working walk and a casual relaxed one. And yeah, it was far from perfect. He was distracted, pulling, and checking out everything around him. But we showed him how to work through it to build his self-control while on a leash. That same kind of control that you saw last season with Cleopatra. A level of control that doesn't happen by accident. And all that foundation building certainly wore little Onyx out. But coming up today, we walk in the door and Onyx completely loses it. Running, jumping, nipping, and even body checking our cameraman.
Yep. Oh, Elvis, oh no!
This is a Doberman behavior that's all too familiar to owners of this breed. But then something amazing happened. Look at that. We introduce one simple change and almost instantly he starts figuring it out. And not just sitting when we walk in the door, but choosing to calm himself down and even laying down to get attention instead of using chaos. We're building a dog that can handle real control. All that is happening right now on Dobie Masters. Here at Doberman Planet, we believe that anyone can be successful in raising an incredible Doberman companion. You don't need decades of experience or to be an elite trainer, but you do need the right guidance, patience, and a deep understanding of this incredibly unique breed. Follow the journey of real owners and their dogs as we document what it truly takes to raise a calm, confident Doberman companion. Welcome to Dobie Masters. All right, so right now we are with Onyx's owner, Lauren, and we're about to walk in, and this is our first time. We haven't walked in yet at all. This is where things get a little crazy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's go in and you can actually see him. He's trying to scratch out that window. Let's go in and see what happens.
Oh boy, here it is.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Here it is. Oh, hi bud, hi bud, hi bud, come on. There it is, yep. Oh, there it is, yep. Oh, Elvis, oh no. This is the intensity we're dealing with. Hi bud. I could be gone for 10 minutes or 10 hours and it's still this.
And it's still like this?
Yeah.
So this is what you're dealing with?
Yeah.
This is some chaos right here.
Yes.
This is what we're fixing today, and if you own a Doberman, you know exactly what we're talking about and what we're dealing with. This is crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Onyx is about 24 weeks old now, so about 5.5 months of age, and honestly, he's doing really well considering his age. And his owner's been working with him with the engagement and keeping focus on them, and that has been really paying off. Now, Onyx's leash work is coming along, but he can only hold his focus for about 15 seconds or so in that working walk. And we're trying to give him a little bit more time to really develop that before we build on it. So in the meantime, we're gonna pivot a little bit and address some of his behaviors in the home. And specifically, we're gonna focus on what happens with little Onyx when we walk through that door or when his owners walk through, because right now his energy spikes like crazy, and as you saw, things get a little chaotic. And if we address that now, when he's young, then he's gonna be just a whole lot better to live with long term. Now I'm gonna show you the wrong way to walk through the door when you have a Doberman. Let's see if you can figure out kind of what I'm doing wrong as the owner here. Onyx, hi buddy. Hi, I miss you. Oh yeah, hi buddy. Hi, oh here, come over here. This toy. No, you stop that. Here, toy. Yes. Okay, there you go. Yes. Oh, stop. You crazy boy, you're crazy. In that scenario, we walked home, we were way too engaging, we were way too excited, we're interacting with him. His jumping on me got more interactions from me. In fact, not only get interactions, I went and got a toy for him. So yeah, you might be thinking, oh cool, let's redirect him to a toy. But the problem is when he starts jumping on you and you go, let's redirect. You went and just got a reward for him. You just reinforced the jumping. So even talking to him, looking in the eye too close, getting excited, pushing him away even. Dobermans love that. That's a game to them. They jump up, you push them away. Jump up, push them away. That interaction in that example was absolutely the wrong way to do it. Too much engagement, too much focus on the dog with the bad behavior going on. We reinforced everything he was just doing. All right, we're gonna do another example of what not to do, how not to come home. This is another thing that people do wrong. See if you can spot why this is so wrong to greet your Doberman this way. All right, I'll be back. Onyx, buddy, I missed you so much. I missed you so much. I missed you. Come here, where are you? Hi. How was your day? How was your day? Yes. Oh, God. But I missed you. Oh my God. I know. Oh, now we're getting nipping. Now we're getting jumping and nipping. So this is the over-emotional, the too emotional return home. We're making a mental marker of him. Our departure and our arrival shouldn't have a mental marker that's so significant. Owners mess this up all the time, especially even when they're leaving. When they're leaving, they do big dramatic goodbyes, boop, makes a mental marker. When you get home, big dramatic hellos, it makes a mental marker for the dog. Dobermans thrive on those mental markers because they build structure throughout the day, and all of a sudden you're building anxiety and separation anxiety in the dog. Goes through the roof, and then they're jumping on you like crazy and just losing control when you get home. Okay, Lauren, you saw those. Which one of those are you more? Like, do you lean a little more towards like too engaged when you get home, interacting too much, or too emotional, like I missed you? Like, which one do you lean towards?
Well, I am definitely more towards the emotional. We both get really excited. I'm always so happy to see him.
Because you missed him.
I missed him, and it's such a genuine reaction. I'm always just like, oh, buddy, I missed you. And we were filming that, and I was just like, oh, that is so me.
That is so super common.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, that builds anticipation when you come home. It builds excitement. Anticipation with excitement with these dogs, things get out of control really quick.
Yeah.
Not only does that tend to build a lot of the jumping and stuff, but it'll also make separation anxiety a little worse because they'll put those mental markers. So we gotta stop doing that.
Okay.
And we'll learn the right way to do it now.
Yes. Okay.
All right, now to address this with Onyx, we're gonna do the hands up, don't jump technique, which I've done before on my channel. It's great for young Dobermans. I've talked many times about the other way of addressing it, which is introducing an incompatible behavior, such as going to their bed. Works great for older Dobermans, but for younger Dobermans who don't even have the basic concept yet, we're gonna do something that's very simple. Essentially, this hands up, don't jump technique takes away the reinforcing aspect of the jumping. The reinforcing aspect is usually engagement and greeting. They love that engagement, the owner focus. So the hands up, don't jump technique takes that away until they self-settle a little bit. So I'm gonna show you how that's done. Oh. Nope. It's hard for them to miss the physical gesture of the hands up. And I also back against the wall so he can't get around behind me. And I don't even pet him or give him any attention really, until he settles down. It's very simple, just hands up, we ignore him, we don't make eye contact until he settles, then we can pet and greet him calmly. He jumps again, we repeat. And as you saw sometimes too, he can jump up and they can keep going, but you feel free to use the knee and turn to the side to get him to slide up. Try not to let him get the paws up on you too much. You know, even that example is a little too much. You want no paws to make contact. So we're gonna try it again. I'm gonna see if I can't get my form a little bit more dialed in too. Here we go. Hi, buddy. The least that his paws are on you, the better, because that's a little bit of reward for them too. Oh. Boy, he's not jumping right. Look at that, he's sitting right away this time, actually. This dog learns quick. He's already learning that he gets engagement by sitting. And he's showing me how relaxed he can be because he knows that that's how he gets engagement. Now, to be fair, we've been filming with him a little bit now, and we tend to do pretty good at withholding engagement when we walk through the door until he calms, but hands up, don't jump technique, that's the way you gotta introduce it to your dog if it's your first time, especially the young pup. Super know the drill. He saw the hands and he stopped. Look at that. And now we get some attention. Good job, buddy. Now, Onyx is definitely a little excited, a little crazy, but he has this amazing ability to really self-soothe and reset. And I've seen that in him since he was a very young puppy when he first showed up on the first episode. It's an amazing thing about him. With your dog, if they're getting crazy, don't be afraid to say the sit command. That works really well too. Sit, because you give him an instruction to do. If he was just hitting me harder and more consistent and wasn't responding, I would absolutely say a sit command every time I walk through the door. So keep that in mind Add the sit command and wait for them to sit before you engage if they're just way worse than what you saw here. So the hands up, don't jump technique is a simple way to introduce to your dog with holding engagement until they self-soothe. And as your dog starts to learn that concept, you can naturally progress, just as you saw here, to even just walking in, and you won't even have to have your hands up anymore. You can just pause at the door, wait for them to calm down, and then walk in. And soon, you won't even have to pause. You can just walk right in. Just like with everything with Dobermans, keep pushing the envelope, raising the bar, and trust me, they will be able to adapt as long as they have the basics down first before you move on. If you're paying attention and you're paying attention to all this about how your dog reacts, how their behavior is, how they self-settle, then you're probably a little obsessed with your dog, which is totally fine because, well, that's how it should be. Because when you really care about your dog, it's not just about training. You think about everything. You think about how they feel, how they recover, and just how they are on a day-to-day basis. And that's exactly why Ollie is sponsoring this season, because they're all about people like us, people who are paying attention and people who want to do things the right way. Their meals are made with fresh, human-grade ingredients and portioned specifically for your dog and their stage of life, and formulated with veterinary nutritionists. Because at every stage in life with a sensitive dog like a Doberman, what you feed them really does show up in everything they do. And isn't just one of those things that people think is better. When surveyed, 90% of people that made the switch to Ollie said they saw positive changes in their dog. And I know for a fact that many of those are viewers of this very channel, just like you. And when you've got a Doberman puppy like this, you want every advantage that you can get. And right now you get 60% off your very first box with them. Just use our coupon code. It's Doberman Planet, all caps. Use that at checkout. And if you're on a smart TV right now, you can just scan that QR code on your screen. It'll take you right there. Or on a mobile phone, just look right down below and just tap the link. It'll take you right there. Seriously, if you're gonna put this much time and effort into building the right dog, make sure their health is on point too. Feed them just top of the line food every single meal so that you can feel better about it too. All right, before we meet again with his owners, I want them to continue building the working walk, or the high engagement walk that we introduced on the last episode, and building the length of time in which he can do that, as well as the casual walk, basically building his response to leash pressure. That way his casual walk can also be a little bit easier on a day-to-day basis. And as for his behavior inside the house, I'm gonna have his owners practice the hands up, don't jump technique every single time they get home, so that we can correlate in his little brain that he gets engagement when he self-settles. And by instilling this concept in his brain, we're essentially flipping the script. We're making that huge desire for high engagement from his owners working for us instead of against us, because that desire is going to fuel him, and he's going to remember, oh, I need to self-settle before I get that engagement, instead of I need to push and jump more. It's using this breed's instinct to our advantage, and that's what we talk about all the time on this channel. Guys, we're creating a dog right now that can handle anything, and it's really exciting. And if you want to follow Onyx and see how well he does with this and how far he can push it and maybe even surpass Cleopatra from season 1 of Dobie Masters, even get more dialed in than her, then definitely make sure you're subscribed and all notifications are turned on. Because we're gonna try really hard with Onyx this season to really level things up a notch. As always, we'll have links to all the products you saw in this video, as well as the training plans we give to Onyx's owner in the description down below. And of course, we'll see you on the next episode of Dobie Masters with little Onyx here. Buddy, oh, no more treats. All out, all gone. None in the crack of the couch. I knew that was coming.